Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Akinah Petrasi and I'm from State Polytechnic of Malang. I would like to say thank you for coming to my presentation. It's great to see you all. The purpose of the presentation is I want you to all know about the pleasure of renewable energy, which is wind energy. Okay, let's get started. Renewable energy. Renewable energy, often referred to as clean energy or alternative energy, comes from natural sources or processes that are constantly replenished. It is sustainable and something that can run out like without. Renewable energy uh, is an alternative to energy that relies on fossil fuels like oil, gas, coal, and is less harmful on the environment. Transitioning to renewable energy helps to combat climate change. Next, how wind energy is created. The sun hits the earth unevenly and this creates thermal air currents. In order to achieve the equal temperatures around the earth, these air pockets move about as global wind. The energy that travels in the wind can be captured and converted to provide electricity. Next, wind energy. Wind energy is harnessed from wind. Wind power is one of the cleanest and safest of all the renewable methods of generating electricity. The fast-growing population in developing countries and their lack of access to electricity supply, particularly in rural or remote areas, make some of these nations face the challenge of generating more energy sources and establishing a new form of energy supply structure in an effort to meet current and future increasing electricity demands. Permanent electricity supply considered considered as one of the major factors responsible for sustainable economic and social development of a nation. Currently, a great deal of extensive research on wind energy is taking place almost all over the world due to the exceptional benefits that wind energy holds offer. Many regional countries like are already harvesting wind energy by establishing wind farms in the open Sahara Desert and coastal areas. Next, challenge of wind power. Number one, wind power must still compete with conventional generation sources on a coast basis. Even though the coast wind power has decreased dramatically in the past of several decades, wind projects must be able to compete economically with the lowest cost source of electricity. And, on, and some locations may not be winded enough to be cost competitive. And number two, good land-based wind sites are often located in remote locations, far from cities where the electricity is needed. Transmission lines must be built to bring the electricity from the wind farm to the city. However, building just a few already proposed transmission lines could significantly reduce the cost of expanding wind energy. Number three, one resource development might not be the most profitable of land. Land suitable for wind turbine installation must compete with alternative uses for the land, which might be more highly valued than electricity generation. Number 4, turbines might cause noise and aesthetic pollution. Although wind power plants have relatively little impact on the environment compared to conventional power plants, concern exists over the noise produced by the turbine blades and visual impact to the landscape. And number 5, wind plants can impact local wildlife. Like all energy sources, wind projects can alter the habitat of which they are built, which may alter the suitability of that habitat for sustained species. That's all about challenges of wind power. Let's next to the advantage of wind power. Number 1, of course, wind power is cost effective. Land-based utility scale wind is one of the lowest price energy sources available today because the electricity from one farm is sold at a fixed offer price a long period of time, and its fuel is free. Wind energy mitigates the price uncertainty that fuel costs add to traditional sources of energy. And number 2, wind energy doesn't pollute the air like power plants that rely on combustion of fossil fuels such as coal or natural gas, which emit particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, and sulfur dioxide, causing human health problems and economic damage. Wind turbines don't produce atmospheric emissions that cause acid rain, smoke, or greenhouse gases. Number 3, it's sustainable. Wind is actually a form of solar energy. Winds are caused by the heating of the atmosphere by the sun, the rotation of the earth, and the earth's surface irregularities. For as long as the sun shines and the wind blows, the energy produced can be harnessed to send power across the grid. And the last, number 4, wind turbines can be built on existing farms or ranches. This greatly benefits the economy in rural areas where most the best wind sites are found. Farmers and ranchers can continue to work the land because the wind turbines use only a fraction of the land. When power plant owners make rent payments to the farmer or rancher for the use of the land, providing landowners with the additional income. Okay, well, thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.